Well, good evening, South Florida and America. Welcome to It's Happening Out, the world's most popular live gay television talk show. It's 9 p.m. Wednesday, November 10th, and I'm your anchor, Al Ferguson. We begin this evening with breaking news. The Queen of the Universe, and I'm not talking about you, Faye. The Queen of the Universe trailer has just dropped in the last hour or so, and these queens better not gag. RuPaul's Drag Race has featured what seems like thousands of queens over the years that could serve face, looks, and glam. But now RuPaul is looking for something even more rare: talent. Just this afternoon, as I said, Paramount Plus dropped the first trailer for The Queen of the Universe, a drag show where you don't just have to look good, because this show is a singing competition with contestants from around the world, including U.S. competitors Ada Vox from American Idol and Jujubee from RuPaul's Drag Race. This show is finally bringing something new to the RuPaul universe of shows. Countries around the world competing are Denmark, Australia, Brazil, United Kingdom, France, Canada, India, Mexico, and even China. The Drag World's United Nations will begin December 2nd. Watch this.
Extravaganza begins!
They'll bring the body.
I'm beautiful. What you got to say?
They'll bring the face.
I'm fierce, flawless, and amazing.
And for the first time ever, they'll bring their own live vocals.
There will be no lip syncing.
From executive producer RuPaul.
This is it! The first all drag, all singing competition that is truly out of this world.
14 global drag queens.
Namaste.
Bonjour.
Repping red, white, and blue.
I conquered Mexico. Next, el universo.
One international singing competition. An all-star panel of judges.
Welcome, our pop diva panel.
There is something when a veteran drag queen takes a stage.
Are you calling me old?
I'm not gonna give up without a fight.
You're talking my language now.
This is my moment to really be appreciated.
In India, I don't get to do this. To stand here, it couldn't get bigger than this.
This is just the world to me.
Sing like the world is watching.
You literally sang your wig off.
Queen of the Universe. New series streaming December 2nd. Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Queen of the Universe.
Wow.
Wait,
Yeah. Queen of the Bank. That looked expensive. Didn't it look expensive? Think about Drag Race, the first one, you know, in comparison to this.
Why are you so bright, Miss RuPaul?
No, this is going to be amazing. It looks like incredible, doesn't it?
It looks incredible. But didn't Scandals do this a few years ago? One of the bars did, like back when American Idol was at its height, they did Drag Idol every week at a bar, and then
probably
they
many other bars did too.
Yeah.
This is the U.S.
Yeah,
That's what bars do when they have drag queens in them.
But it's so great that they can actually have to sing.
Yeah.
Because before it's like all about appearance, and now it's real talent.
You know, they're throwing a statement down. Graham Norton hosting it, and him coming right out by saying, there's no lip syncing here.
Nope.
There's no lip sync for your live.
No,
in
not
this
at all.
show.
And can we talk about Michelle Visage? Like, I just want to be her, okay? Like, just for a second. I look like a freaking geek that belongs in an orphanage when I put on glasses, and I can't wear a high pony like she can't either. Like, I just love her. She just looks so perfect from head to toe.
And
flawless.
I have to, and I always say this, she's an amazing married, 2 daughters in college. My goodness, Michelle's getting so old.
Oh my God!
Jaw
How
drop.
dare you? Hold on.
Jaw
Just
drop.
pause. Hold on.
Exactly, right?
Okay.
Michelle is an amazing, amazing advocate for our community. I mean, she has stood up in so many ways. I'm glad she's involved in this. It's going to be incredible. December 2nd, Paramount Plus. Don't miss it. All right. Well, we told you where it's happening out. This is live. Let's meet tonight's host. First, let's welcome Faye. What? She is a radio and television personality and has a popular blog and YouTube channel aiming to unite the L and the G together, and a new first ever morning LGBTQ plus digital television show coming Mondays at 9 a.m. called, oh, I wonder what it's called. Oh, yeah.
Say it.
The Faye What Show. Welcome, Faye.
I am so happy to be here and so excited about the Faye What Show coming to the Happening Out television network where it belongs, and I'm just so happy to be here. It's happening out, baby. It's like the funnest show ever.
It's going to be great. Your guest for the first premiere coming to your show is the National Director of the LGBTQ Task Force.
Kira Johnson.
And the Deputy Director of the National LGBT.
Miss Myra Salazar. Yeah, thank you for paying them.
And they're girls.
Thank you for paying them to be on my show. I appreciate that.
So 3 girls. Wow, amazing. All right, it's going to be fun. And next, let's welcome Dan Rios. He is the Director of LGBTQ plus marketing for the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. We were just talking about March's winter party. It sounds so exciting. And the Bureau represents one of the most important LGBTQ tourism organizations in the world. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you. So great to be here. So many exciting things happening in Miami. This month we welcome back Urge Miami, and our Gazel coming in December.
So it's going to be a great year. Yeah. Next, let's welcome whatever that noise was. Marisol Herrero, a.k.a. DJ Nina. A homegrown Garden State girl and military veteran, and now a local DJ and music producer for the LGBTQ plus community. Welcome, Marisol.
Thank you so much. So glad to be here. Yes.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Oh, yes.
Garden State, huh?
Yeah.
Garden State, Jersey girls.
Two Jersey girls.
Yeah,
power.
I've known Marisol for about 25 years at this point. So, I met her when I was 3.
Wow. Whatever she said.
At the Halloween party that Faye was hosting, I was Miss Jersey, by the way.
Wow.
Let's welcome John Hayden.
Not even New Jersey.
No. Wait, there's nothing new in Jersey. A general assignment reporter for SFGN, covering events and political developments directly affecting South Florida's LGBTQ plus community. Welcome, John.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. It's Wednesday. I was with my dad all weekend, so I've got a lot of salty comments and inappropriate comments ready to go for tonight.
And John was just in Vegas, and he was hanging out with all of these old guys. I'm trying to remember what their names are again.
Mick was one of them. Mick,
and
Keith.
Keith and
Ronnie.
And Ronnie, I can't for the life of me know what they've done in their lives, but you were hanging out with them. So, good evening, South Florida and America. We are the first and most popular live LGBTQ talk show in the world. We have so much to talk about. Next on It's Happening Out.
This week on It's Happening Out. Join us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It all starts right now, live on It's Happening Out.
Breaking news, we have 3 Jersey girls with us tonight. You are watching a live and unedited LGBTQ talk show, so anything can happen. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and click the bell for updates. If you're on Facebook, like and share the video. More than 50,000 of you watched this last week on YouTube alone. Thank you very much. Let's begin with a unique meme of the week. I haven't seen this. This is how we've opened our show for 3 years. It's called, What Do You Look For in a Guy?
Just about right.
That's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, that's it.
John, are you the left or the right? I know. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hashtag anatomy.
Anatomy. I love that.
Any thoughts, Marisol? That's not interesting to you at all.
Oh, it's interesting because, if I was a dude, I'd definitely be the guy on the right.
If I was a dude. Well, let's turn to the dude.
All right.
I knew it. As the power top.
As
yeah,
the power
right?
top here, you're definitely looking for the prostate. Got it. Well, It's Happening Out is a unique merger between the Happening Out television network and Hotspots magazine. Hotspots is celebrating 36 years of the LGBTQ experience, and together we bring you the best of LGBTQ news, entertainment, and support of our LGBTQ plus community. And watch us. Next week is Pride Fort Lauderdale, sorry, and we'll be broadcasting live right at Las Olas and A1A.
Gay 1A, Al.
1A.
Gay
Yes,
1A.
Sorry.
We make everything gay.
Everything. All right. Now, when you hear that voice piercing through the night, what do you need? You need a drink. So let's play our yes or no game called I'd Swallow That. We've played this right from the very beginning of It's Happening Out.
Yeah.
It is a yes or no game, and we invite you to play right along with us as I ask our host 4 questions. If they agree with the question, they take the shot. If they disagree, well, it's going to be a long night for everybody, especially me. The number one question I get on I'd Swallow That here in South Florida is this real? It looks like water. I assure you, I'm getting ready to drink kerosene. That's
And
what-
after a couple shots, Al can't even read the teleprompter,
Yeah.
guys. So it is real.
Yeah, it's real. All right, so let's play I'd Swallow That.
Oh, boy.
First question. Talking about it. A GOP senator says that liberals are attacking men. He wants to change that as he explains that masculinity is the answer to liberals. Question number 1. I'd swallow that. Republican Senator Josh Hawley is a champion of really toxic masculinity.
For sure.
He is toxic.
Yeah.
And I am here to help purge him of his toxins. Cheers, Johnny.
Why do I want to arm wrestle him? Like, what is it about this douchebag that makes me want to go, hey, can we just sit down and arm wrestle? And why do I feel like I'm going to win?
Because you will.
Yeah. Is it? Will I be shamed too badly to say I think Josh Hawley is cute as all get out?
Oh yeah.
He's cute.
Really? That's not what the story's about.
I like.
And you are trying to bang Mr. Josh Hawley.
I like feminine men, and I'm.
Well, and he's as girly as he gets. Look at him.
He, in case you were not following this story, he has made masculinity a major issue for himself of how he represents himself from Missouri in the Senate, and has said that the problem that we have in America with so many of American men is that they sit around and they're not being masculine enough, and that's what's turning them to Pornhub. He said that.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dan, is that your excuse of having to turn to Pornhub?
You know, I do have my masculinity challenge all the time.
Is this the same guy that wanted to start a show or something about the white privileged man and how hard it is to be a white man?
The struggle is real.
It's the same guy?
It's real,
It's the
Faye.
same guy.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Hazme el favor.
Yeah. Right, let's move on. This is a strange story. Are you ready? To the girls at the table, you're really going to appreciate this. A new study on 126 dead Japanese men showed that corpses with bigger noses had penises that could stretch further. Question number 2. I'd swallow that. I agree. Nose size is a good indicator of how big someone is down there.
You're the only one drinking now.
I'm sorry.
Down the hatch. I'm sorry. Are you your nose hair? Does it make it look bigger?
I'm just getting ready for my date after the show.
I want to know how this would work for women.
I can't.
I love how we're always focused on the male penile size.
Yes.
How would this work for women? Like, would you be yanking a dead woman's situation?
No, Marisol, this story ain't about women. It's about penises. Get the story right. That's what we're talking about.
But I want
La pinga grande en la nariz.
Sí.
That's what we're talking about. Okay, and I think it's crap because for those 4 months that I was straight back in 2004, I dated this Jewish guy, and he had a very large nose and a very small pee-pee. So I don't think that this is true across the board.
He's an outlier.
Yeah, he's an outlier. What's incredible about this story is literally they have done a study where there's dead cadavers on
the slab?
On the slab, and they're stretching their nose and measuring their nose, and then they're reaching down there and stretching them as far as they can.
That's somebody's job. That would be a punishment for any lesbian.
For sure.
That's what I have to do is pull these penises, 100 of them? No, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, there's several people at this table that would not be a punishment for.
When the nostrils flare, it's good down there.
All right? All right. When a 21-year-old, let's move on. When a 21-year-old tried to go into a restaurant with a smart casual dress code, he was denied because of his flamboyant leopard print pants. We're showing them there to you. Question number 3, I'd swallow that. When a restaurant turns you away because your trousers are too much, that's a really good thing. You can't be too much. Do you agree with that?
I'll swallow that.
Yeah.
Swallow that.
Oh, screw that establishment for doing that, though. They're disgusting.
In
Gross,
Manchester.
You know? You guys know, well, Al knows, my stepson is autistic. And so you cannot lie having autism. You are who you are. So this young kid, he's gay, he's out, he's happy, he's proud in his leopard pants. All right? You just stopped him from being who he is. You're disgusting.
Yeah.
And whatever pants you wear are gay pants because a gay person is wearing them.
That's right.
So good for you. Own it.
You know, I had 2 instances this weekend. I did the task force reception Saturday night. I went to their Sunday brunch. By the way, Mark and Don, amazing, amazing. 2 different conversations where I met with friends that had family from out of town and straight women. And 2 different conversations where they said, we love gay men and we want to be around gay men because gay men help ground us of what's important, what's fashion, what's going on in the world. I just thought it was so interesting. It's the antithesis of this story. So many people appreciate the perspective of leopard pants, for example.
I got to tell you, I'm surprised because Manchester is a very open and very gay city. So, you know, this guy must have...
Well, the problem was that weekend, Senator Josh Hawley was the toxic masculinity.
That's
all right. All right, let's move on. Every year since 1993, I love this story, the Australian firefighters calendar has made us hot as get out. Now, we're showing you these pictures of these firefighters and the calendar creation. Question number 4. I'd swallow that. This is kind of a no-brainer on this one. We're getting ready to do a lot of vodka. Australian firefighters holding animals. Well, my life is now fulfilled. Do y'all agree?
Agreed.
Firefighters, animals. How can a firefighter not be cute as all get out? Feeding a koala or a kangaroo.
Okay, but be truthful. What do you look at first, the guy or the animal?
The boy, for sure.
Yeah, I look at the animal first.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why.
You should work with them with Animal Rescue and bring them back here as ambassadors.
That's right. I've got to refine my answer. I look at their noses first.
Appropriate.
That's just about right.
I'm going to send a pitch for my llama. You know, I have a llama to pose with him.
Wait, you have a llama?
Yes, of course.
No,
Here in
you
Miami?
don't.
Yes, La Mamacita se llama.
Oh my God! La llama se llama la mamacita.
La Mamacita.
God.
Oh man, too many jokes.
Yeah, I was going to say. See, how stupid do I feel walking right into that? I was
Wow.
We're in Miami. Oh, wait, there's Hialeah.
Oh, busted.
Let's consider, and it's not for a pet, it's for food. Next up, let's consider the best thing of the week.
I love you, Hialeah. Totally. Right?
Wait, firefighters holding animals isn't the best thing of the week? It's
right.
better?
There's more. Let's move out of I Swallow That to the best thing of the week. And it's called the best thing of the week. ED affects every LGBTQ American. Here's why, and you've got to watch this. It's important.
Is your democracy flaccid? Trouble maintaining a strong coalition? Tired of the parade of disappointing performances? Then you might be one of the 330 million Americans suffering from erectile dysfunction.
I get all excited about a new bill.
The debate gets all hot and heated.
We'll move things to the floor.
And right when we're about to achieve a joint resolution, bam.
Total government shutdown.
Premature capitulation.
I don't know, every time I get an election, I think, maybe this time will be different.
Filibustering just doesn't make me feel good anymore.
It's embarrassing, okay?
Fortunately, there's the Freedom to Vote Act.
The Freedom to Vote Act?
What's the Freedom to Vote Act?
The Freedom to Vote Act, what does that mean?
The Freedom to Vote Act ends your tired, sagging, floppy relationship with politics by making Election Day a holiday across the country, banning gerrymandering, expanding voter access, increasing integrity, blocking foreign interference, empowering everyday citizens, and healing our democracy.
Now my election is rock solid, and it works everywhere.
Oh, it works everywhere.
And it's safe.
It used to take me forever to find the location. To vote.
But with the FTVA, we have all day to get to the polls.
And it only takes 2 minutes.
Which I prefer, honestly.
She really does.
The Freedom to Vote Act is only for democracies healthy enough for electoral activity. Talk to your representative if you are experiencing greased palms, lined pockets, dictators, neo-fascists, or other pre-existing conditions, as you may not be healthy enough for the FTVA. Passing FTVA may cause an increase in being heard, power, a full expression of your inalienable rights, representation, and a rare federal condition called accountability. If you experience voting lines that last over 4 hours, call your senator, as they have not passed the FTVA. Talk to your senator about the Freedom to Vote Act and demand safer and more satisfying elections today.
Well, now we all must be adults and be able to effectively discuss ED. What do you think?
I love this. This was total genius. If only, though, right? If only that would be possible. What this, what the commercial was implying, right? It's
the idea is rising in the polls.
Wow.
John.
I'm just gonna look at Dan.
No, really, it was brilliant message. The way they delivered the message is great. And I really do wish we could work towards something like this.
Yeah.
Because
you know, the sad thing is, as funny as this has appeared overnight. We're broadcasting it today. This is the first day that this has been seen. Likely most of our audience hasn't seen it yet. The sad thing is, this doesn't have currently a chance in the world of passing.
Oh, no.
It's designed to stop gerrymandering. It is designed to increase voter access. It is designed to prevent any allegations of stop the steal in terms of fairness. The act of freedom to vote is so important. And you know who's not going to vote for it? All of the people that are screaming stop the steal the loudest.
Your boyfriend Tucker there. Yeah.
Yep. That's right. It's exactly a lie. And that's what this makes fun of. That's why we enjoy it. But at the end of the day, there's no chance of this being passed in the current environment. The only chance there is, you know, not to give a political commercial, but the only chance is to change our Congress and our Senate. And you have to have enough beyond 60 in the Senate or nothing happens. And there's no chance of this passing, which is kind of sad.
How sad is it that I thought it was a spoof the whole time?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
That's how sad it is.
And Faye thought that because she immediately agreed with the woman that said 2 minutes is plenty. That's enough.
Yeah, you don't need more. No hay necesidad. I mean, I can go do my nails or something.
Yeah.
Only, like, if you know where it's at, okay, I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah. And for me, I, like you live that on the 2 minutes, I live, my election is rock solid. I love that. Absolutely love that. All right. Well, let's move on to our segment called What's on Your Mind. Each host is getting ready to tell us in just 30 seconds what is important to them this week. But remember, in just 30 seconds, or you're going to hear this bell. All right. Here we go. Faye, what's on your mind this week?
Faye, what? So what's on my mind? You know, we've all got that friend. You know who? You know who she is or he is. The person that goes out with you, right, to a great event, takes a picture with you, yeah, and then says, don't tag me, all right? This person doesn't know I'm here, or that person doesn't know I'm here. You know what? F you. I got a finger for you, okay? I'm not going out with you. I look really cute in that picture, and I want to post it, and I'm going to tag your ass.
I only did that to you once.
I hate that. I hate that.
All right, very good. And Dan, what's on your mind?
Today is a special day for me. My husband became an American citizen.
Congratulations.
Yeah. He has been here with a green card for, 30 years, I think.
Okay. But this, you guys didn't do it for papers, right? You
No.
guys are in love,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Dan? All right,
no.
Okay,
He
restart his clock. Sorry,
He wanted
Al.
to participate in the election because that's all he could not do. And now he gets to vote. So I'm so proud. I can't wait to get home.
Miami-Dade County, we get one more.
More, yes.
Exactly. Now we need about 22,000 more of those.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. That's a beautiful story. And Marisol, what is on your mind?
Oh, I have plenty to say on this subject. I'll tell you what's on my mind. What's on my mind is when you show up to the club, I am the DJ, and you're asking me to play some ridiculous music that doesn't match what I'm doing. You cannot ask for 1970s old school Rhiannon when I'm playing some bumpin' ass house. Bumpin' ass. So, if you gotta get with the program, pay attention. It's not that hard. The BPMs, they don't match. Pick the right crap. It's easy.
I'm very scared of you right now.
I'm really turned on. I have no idea why.
Exactly. And John Hayden, what's on your mind this week?
Two people are on my mind this week that the South Florida community lost. First, Brad Casey. He started a magazine called Scoop. It was the progenitor of things like Hot Spots magazine and others that are at the bar today. He passed away this week. Also, we lost the fabulous drag queen, Sasha Summers. She died late last week or over the weekend. She was fabulous, and both are being remembered by the community this week. I've written a couple things. I got to talk with some of their families and friends, and they will be in tomorrow's SFGN on stands and online. So please take a minute to remember them, because our community is a little smaller today because they're not with us.
Lovely. And can I do a little plug for John and for South Florida Gay News? And I totally the sincerity here.
You know there are competitors, right?
Queer News Tonight.
Okay, I just want to make sure you remember.
So many people say they could talk about you, and I talk about Norm Kent and the medical challenges he's going through. South Florida Gay News is so important to our community because it's stories like that. We just can't do that in digital. It's very hard to concentrate in the same way that South Florida Gay News does in print and in the depth of the exploration of the story, in the time that John has to be able to do the research and to walk and knock on doors and make phone calls, etc. It's a completely different animal. What we do is valuable. What he does in South Florida Gay News is valuable, and both are important to our community. Congratulations to you, and we love South Florida Gay News, and we will always and continue to
Thank you very much.
All right, next, let's catch up with the news from the world of entertainment. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are soon to be defying gravity. Grande and Erivo will portray Glinda and Elphaba respectively in Universal's big screen adaptation of the Tony Award-winning musical helmed by In the Heights director John Chu. He has been attached to the project since February, and casting rumors of the film's two main roles have been swirling for months, but it's been revealed this week. The stars announced their castings in respective Instagram posts this week. On our entertainment headline tonight, Ariana Grande is Wicked. That is all.
Yay! I am so excited. Okay, after Rent, Wicked is my favorite play of all time, and I've seen them all. I'm just one of those Broadway nerds. Living in Jersey, you can just take a 20-minute freaking bus there, and that was what I did as a kid. So, and the beautiful thing about this is that Ariana Grande, she manifested this. All the interviews are saying that, she had been saying since she was a kid that she wanted to be in Wicked. Kristen Chenoweth, which was the most incredible Glinda ever, I think, even said, kudos. You're going to be fantastic in this. You've got I got your back.
Were you disappointed in all that Chenoweth and Idina Menzel are not cast in the roles? They're not too old. They could do it.
What's your word? Idina Menzel doesn't age, so don't say anything about
I disagree. I think, and your other favorite, Rent, when they did the movie Rent, they brought back all the people, but they were 13, 14 years past their salad days. So I like that they're casting fresher fresher faces in this particular
So you
movie.
don't think Idina Menzel and Chenoweth could pull it off in the movie?
Not really.
All right, Faye, hold my hair.
Here's your Vaseline, sir. All right, let's go. Take your earrings off.
Listen, 2 hours of listening to Ariana Grande have to sing just makes me need a drink.
But it's not
The irony that she's singing Defying Gravity, which her career has been doing for years.
Oh.
Wow,
my
Tom.
God.
Wow.
Well, I think Dina and Chenoweth could absolutely pull it off. It's just that here's the issue. We want to bring fresh faces.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be great to have cameos?
Yeah.
I would still like to see them as cameos.
as the mom or something.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Are you watching The
Teacher?
Voice with Ariana Grande? Anybody
Guess not.
watching it?
I don't.
I've seen the commercials.
I'm watching The Voice. I'm watching The Voice religiously. Let me tell you, my respect of, and she has a beautiful voice. She does. My respect for Ariana Grande has gone up significantly. It's the reason you do a show like that, because it allows people to see you in a much more organic fashion. You cannot hide every word you say in a show function like The Voice. And she's smart, and she's funny, and she's bright, and she can go and she can compete with the judges around her. There are world-class voices and judges around her, and she has seamlessly stepped in and proved her chops. She's so young compared to the other people on the show. My respect for her has grown, and that's what I think about in this. She's going to do an amazing job. Amazing. And probably we'll test this because we'll come back. John's going to come back to this show on an It's Happening Out Wednesday night episode after premiere. It'll be a Wednesday night. On that following Wednesday, he's going to come on the show and go, "Oh my God, I was so wrong."
Oh my God, I saw it 3 times.
All right, that's our discussion on entertainment. Next, we report that Happening Out Television Network helps support our LGBTQ community. We support so many fundamental organizations in our community, and an example is Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church here in Fort Lauderdale. We are broadcasting from our permanent set here in supporting that partnership. The network broadcasts the largest LGBTQ religious broadcast in the world. How many times do you hear somebody say that, by the way? And combine it with LGBTQ. Our broadcast on Sundays for Sunshine Cathedral has more than 30,000 watch every week of their Sunday broadcast that is broadcast beginning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and you can watch it totally live or in repeat through the entire week. We encourage you to tune in. Our campaign of sponsorship proudly supports for our community. Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church. Watch this.
I'm James Wallington.
I'm Will Jardell, and we are the winners of The Amazing Race.
We made history as the first LGBTQ plus contestants to get engaged while competing across the world on the show.
Oh, and we also won the $1 million.
And Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
They're still
We love those boys, and Dan Rios helped make that possible. Thank you very much. They did a great interview. Make sure you go back and watch it on Queer News Tonight. Up next, if we were standing around the LGBTQ water cooler, this is what we think we would all be talking about this week. We refer to it as the hot topic of the week, and my goodness, this is a little bit of a strange one. The Log Cabin Republicans. Heard of them? 17% of the election of LGBT in November of 2020 voted for Donald Trump, led by the Log Cabin Republicans. This week, they gave Melania Trump the Spirit of Lincoln Award, which is granted to people whose humanitarian works are similar to those of Abraham Lincoln. I'm working very hard on my professionalism to get through this. The gala was held at Mar-a-Lago, reportedly raising more than $1 million. And the who's who of the LGBTQ America was present. So our main topic this week, queer Republicans try to make Melania Trump a gay icon in kind of the cringiest video of the year. Watch this.
We are honored to be joining all of you for an event dedicated to recognizing and celebrating the organizations and individuals who strive to carry on our nation's legacy of equality and diversity. I'm humbled to be selected for this year's Spirit of Lincoln Award. I always strive to ensure my work highlights and promotes our nation's cherished principles of individual liberty and equality. Much like Lincoln's story, it is my belief that every individual and their experiences are what makes the fabric of our nation so strong and beautiful. I want you to stay true to yourself, live your most authentic life, and focus on being the best you can be. Embrace and empower your courageous spirit. This is what will make the greatest difference at home and around the world. Thank you, Log Cabin Republicans. Thank you again for sharing this beautiful evening with my husband and me. May God bless each of you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Wow.
You know, it really humanizes her. It puts a soft edges on her, and it just makes me do a complete 180. I just love her. No, it doesn't. I saved my last shot so I'd be able to drink after the Donald Trump story.
Is it me, or does this have like an air of Handmaid's Tale?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. And did you notice when they looked all around the room, there was not one black person, except for, who did you say Jennifer Hudson went? Who went?
She was a performer.
Okay, that's not the same thing. You looked around the room, there was not one black person in the whole freaking place.
And you can't find many girls either.
And you know, by the way, we have divas that actually like us. We don't need to turn Melania Trump into one.
Well, listen, the gays don't love Melania Trump. We, the gays, loved what Melania Trump was wearing.
Yeah.
Okay? Every Asian, I love that bitch's attire.
Yeah.
But not her, honey.
Yeah, money does buy taste sometimes, and it does with her. But at least allow me to compare and contrast in the conversation. 17% of our community loved what they just watched. 17% absolutely loved it. They just did. And the question is, are we going to reject them out of hand? Are we going to try to pull them back into our tent? Are we going to say, we don't care, we'll make fun of you, and the more that we make fun, the farther we push them away, and the farther they push us away? What do you think about that issue? 17% very reliably voted for Donald Trump, even with everything that we saw, voted for him.
I say push him away. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, please, go ahead.
I was going to say, I push them away. Back, people who voted for McCain or maybe even Romney, when those were the worst possible scenarios, you were almost like, okay, yeah, I get it. But no, if I'm having to pull you back from the Donald Trump hypnosis, no, bye.
And most Trumpsters are loyal, so those people aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
You know, and then Biden through the...
They're working at this moment to elect Ron DeSantis.
That's scary.
To re-elect Marco Rubio.
Oh, God.
Those exact same people. And they're going to have dramatic effects on you and everybody at this table. They're going to have dramatic effects on trans children in our state. They're going to have dramatic effects if Florida follows the Texas model of even challenging the fact that whether the state of Florida, which is what the argument is going on in Texas, even has to follow Bostock in Supreme Court rulings, or even gay marriage. They want to relitigate the Supreme Court's decision on gay marriage. That's what you just watched.
That's scary is what it is then, Al. It really is. The fact that something that we fought so long for, you know, and something that's always thrown in our face repeatedly. You got gay marriage, you want more? And now they want to take that away too. and they can totally do it with the right backing.
Kind of brings us to a stop.
It's awful. It's awful. You know that I shook Marco Rubio's hand one day. I went to an event and I didn't know what the event was about. Okay, sorry. Right? And I shook his hand and he shook his hand like this. It was like, you know, and my dad always taught me, like, you know, a man's handshake means something, you know? And I was just like, ew, pansy.
Yeah.
Did you get your cootie shot after that?
You know, the one thing that I would say is, of course, I totally respect their opinion. I totally respect them being able to do this. I think that they have a right in our country to have an event like this. I think they have a right to their opinion. I think they have a right to hold up Melania Trump if they so choose to. They have a right to do that. And if we want our rights, we have to fight for their right to be able to do that. The problem is they don't think the same way in reverse. No. That's the problem. Then we face the issue of going, even if you wouldn't do what I think or say or think or would do, I still stand up for you. But that assumes that we don't allow them to take control of power like they had for 4 years. If we don't stop that, that's what we return to. All of the incredible achievements of the president and the vice president and the White House in the last 9 months have been achieved because of the vote in November of 2020 and could be lost first in the midterms in November of 22 and definitely lost in November of 24. And then the question is, okay, we watched what happened at Mar-a-Lago, but what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? I ask you, what are we going to do about it?
What can we do?
Well, we can raise money. We can,
elect more officials that are LGBTQ.
Yeah, elect our people.
Or support.
More support.
Yep.
Yeah. The question is, will we?
I mean, probably not.
Wow. I don't see a lot of forward movement, but I would actually like to propose a question regarding all of this. What if for one moment we removed politics out of the equation, okay? Remove politics out of the equation and just think about our actual LGBTQ community. Regardless of what they think, of what they want to, you know, obviously support, if you saw them in the street and they were falling, and that is your LGBTQ brother and sister, would you still run to pick them up? Because
Tucker Carlson wouldn't.
Because I'm still the person, you know, if you remove politics out of the equation, I'm still the person with the compassion to say, you know what, you're still part of my group. I'm a military veteran, and the truth of the matter is
Thank you for your service, Veterans Day.
Thank you so much. But my issue is, as a military veteran, any veteran that I run into, even if I've not known them for 10 seconds, if they say, do you have $5 or can you help me get from point A to point B? I never question. I'm like, absolutely, you are my comrade.
I know, Mama, but you're like a human being, and none of these people are. Like, you know, we live in like in this reality that we're in right now. Politics is at the forefront of everything. It decides everything we do. So to just put it under the rug and try to sing kumbaya and hug each other is bullshit.
I'm not sweeping it. I'm not sweeping it. But I'm just saying, if we took it out of the equation, would you still be humane with them?
We probably would. They probably wouldn't.
You know, I think I think the big elephant in the room, to your question, and broadly to this entire conversation of what we watched at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend, is at the end of the day, we are no longer in the fairy tale thinking that we were from 2008 to 2016. When Obama came to power, he stood at Navy Pier on that night in 2008 and said, we have a new America in front of us, and it's going to support women, it's going to support Latinos, it's going to support LGBT, it's going to support African American, and we are going to become great society. We went through a couple of years where we had opportunities to pursue that, and then realities began to set in, and the opposition began to set in. Right. He wins re-election in 2012, but for the next 4 years does nothing but fight. And the accomplishments that took place were all executive order. It was because we had lost the congressional branch of the government could not be legislated in any way except through executive order. Then Donald Trump comes in, and we are horrified, frankly, of what we watched for 4 years. I say this over and over again. Privileged white gay guy, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you. I'm not even worried about you. I'm a privileged white gay guy. They got my back. But that's not enough. And for 4 years we watched that. Now we have a universal and almost unconditional different approach from a president of the United States and a vice president and a White House and a Speaker of the House and a chairman of the Senate that all say, wait, you matter, you matter, you matter. And now it's no longer just privileged white guy. We risk all of that in what we watch here. And if we don't do something, we're going to lose a lot of it. And for 2 years, maybe 4 years, and maybe longer.
But my question was, where was your invite to that event, Mr. White Man? If you change your glasses to a dark rim, they'll totally pass for straight. And you're white.
I love that. I love that you asked that. I did pursue it. They would
Did you?
not. I did. I wanted to be in the room. They probably very wisely chose not to allow me in the room, but I wanted to be. The one thing that I would say is I'm friends with Elaine Lancaster. And Elaine Lancaster is one of the most controversial faces in the conservative community of LGBT in South Florida, drag queen. But she is in this very strange space of being drag queen and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has a very strange space of Donald Trump and drag queen. Elaine Lancaster opened a Facebook Live on Saturday, and I was one of the first people of the reach out.
I bet.
Of going the call out to me, and Queer News Tonight should be here, and she showed exactly what was going on at Mar-a-Lago. I respect that she's allowed to have the opinion that she has. I don't agree with Elaine Lancaster on almost anything, but I respect the fact that she has an opinion on it, and it's completely different than mine. But we have to find ways to go, okay, you're batshit crazy, but you're allowed to be batshit crazy.
Yeah, the challenging or the difficult thing for me to understand or come to terms with is that they have the right to have their opinion, but their opinion comes from a place that does not relate to the world that the rest of us relate to. So they form an opinion that is disconnected from the rest of the world.
And we play by a different set of rules. That's the issue. That we still, Virginia proves that. We lose the governor's race because that governor plays by a different set of rules than they play by. It's interesting. We'll watch this. Congratulations to Melania Trump. Apparently, you and Abraham Lincoln will forever be used in the same sentence. Let's pause on that thought for a moment. All right, let's explore the LGBTQ plus world this week with important and silly headlines in the LGBTQ news this week. We're going to do a lightning round. Let's discuss them in our segment called Saved by the Bell. But there's a twist, which I love, because on the new Faye What Show, we'll try to figure out how we can incorporate this segment into it.
Do you see how I'm a battered woman that like you pulled it out and I like kind of like just like kind of moved? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be all right.
What did you pull out?
I hate that bell. I really hate that bell, John. Like I dream about that damn bell. Like it's just not cool.
It's definitely cool. We are going to discuss each of these headlines for 1 minute, but at the end of the minute, you're going to hear this bell.
Yeah, it's birthday.
It's birthday. Stop and
not
move
likely.
on. All right, everybody understand?
Yes.
You understand?
All right,
Are you
let's
sure?
do this.
Here we
Do
go.
it.
Veterans Day commemorates the end of World War I and honors soldiers both living and dead. Before we talk about it, let's watch this.
The leaves are just starting to turn at Arlington National Cemetery, a new season beginning. Among the ageless marble headstones, at the heart of some of America's most hallowed ground stands the tomb of the unknown soldier. Near the tomb, you'll find a tree dedicated to the mothers of the unknowns. A century ago, it was the anguish of mothers that helped inspire the need for a tomb dedicated to America's unidentified war dead. More than 100,000 Americans were killed in World War I. In 1921, the remains of a single unidentified soldier selected to represent all his unnamed comrades lost in the war were interred in the first tomb of the unknown soldier. The tomb as we know it was completed a decade later. In 1958, unknowns from World War II and the Korean War were interred. In 1984, an unknown from the Vietnam War was interred. But those remains were later identified, and that crypt was rededicated to missing service members. The unknowns at Arlington are never alone. The sentinels of the U.S. Army's Old Guard keep watch night and day. For those that do come and pay their respects, what do you hope they take away?
I really hope that they take away the gravity of the experience. As guards, we're out there every day. We see a lot, we feel a lot, we get to experience a lot, and I hope that the public can take away a little bit of what we feel being able to be so close to the unknowns.
On the back of the tomb are etched the words, "Here rests in honored glory an American soldier known but to God."
Here's a little known fact for Veterans Day that we're getting ready to celebrate. Of all of the unknown soldiers at Arlington National Cemetery, there is an estimated 350 that identified as LGBTQ.
Wow.
It directly affects and represents our community. So Saved by the Bell headline number 1, Veterans Day and the Tomb of the Unknown celebrates LGBTQ veterans right along with everyone in America. What do y'all think?
Think about the love for country that a person that is, part of any kind of Army, Navy, whatever. The love that they have to have for their country, to be able to fight for this country and be in the closet at that time, at the same time. Many people that have fought for our country and then been deported when they came back because of the gorgeous Mr. Ugly Cheeto Head Donald Trump. So the fact that they are also spotlighting LGBTQ veterans on this, in the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, I think is incredible.
Marisol, why did you join the military?
This entire subject is near and dear to my heart.
Of course.
You have no idea. First, I joined the military because I genuinely believed I was a person of value, and even though I was growing up in a surrounding where I was not valued. So the Navy became my family. I learned how to do everything in my life. Thank God for that, because I didn't know how to do anything when I got in. And the beauty of what's going on with the spotlight on the LGBTQ fallen soldiers that are unknown is also the fact of this very important fact that happened about a month or two ago. VA has now just recognized our LGBTQ community that was booted out of the service for being a part of our community, and being told, oh, you're gay? Yep, we got to kick you out. Get out. So they finally, and it was on the 10th year anniversary of Don't Ask and Don't Tell, that now VA is recognizing and opening the door to the LGBTQ veterans.
That's awesome.
Of which we now have groups inside the VA facility, of which I do participate with those groups as well. And it's mostly a lot of counseling, but it's huge. It's huge.
Well, we take a moment to celebrate Veterans Day and to all those that have served in the defense of our democracy. Our democracy has never, without the threat of war, been under greater attack than what we have seen in this last year. And so we thank everyone that has served our country, and we remember how many LGBTQ fall into that category. Next up in Saved by the Bell, the new Marvel film, The Eternals, is taking the world by storm. I just saw it this week, but one part is too racy for some. Saved by the Bell headline number 2. Angelina Jolie speaks out this week about what some countries have done in banning the Eternals film. For what reason? Because 2 guys kissed each other. What do y'all think about what's going on with the Eternals? Fabulous film, by the way.
That's ridiculous. I could watch Angelina Jolie make out with a woman for an hour and a half and it could be on mute. and I wouldn't even need to know the storyline or nothing. So, I mean, those poor people are going to miss out on seeing the beautiful Angelina Jolie and another girl-on-girl kiss.
No, it's not two girls. It's two men.
Oh,
that
okay.
are kissing.
Well, God, even better. That's awesome.
and been banned in Saudi Arabia and UAE.
Okay.
And,
But you expect those places to do that, right? You guys can't have any fun, can you? My Lord.
But people are going to see it. They may not see it in UAE or Saudi, but many more people who need to see it are going to see it. And Disney, I mean, obviously they're standing behind it now because they stood behind it at Greenlight and through script revision. So good for Disney and good for Angelina. Love you, Julie.
Can everyone look at Angelina Jolie's lips for a second and just take that in? My
was
God,
gonna
like
say.
it's just I could live there. Like I could pitch a tent in those lips. Like, bye Teresa, I love you, but peace. I just love
God, poor
her.
Wait,
Teresa.
did you just throw away your longtime wife for
I
Angelina's
love you, baby. You know
whip?
Angelina's never gonna give me the time of day,
Okay.
so you're it. Baby.
All right.
I love you.
Got it. All right.
Oh, she'd
Who
give you the
needs
time of day.
coffee in the mornings?
Oh my God.
Right here, right here.
Here's why. Soon you'll have the soothing, calming, hypnotic voice of Faye. To kickstart your week. Saved by the Bell headline number 3. Faye What? Launches America's first LGBTQ morning show, and it becomes history. What do we think? Please, somebody say it.
Congratulations!
I'm setting my alarm right now.
I'm very excited. Very, very excited for this.
I'm so
This is
excited
huge.
also. Like, you know, as a lesbian, as part of the LGBTQ plus community, there is no show like this. You know, it's not all lesbian topics. It's all our whole community topics, you know? And it's just fun. We're just gonna be entertaining and we're gonna do it Monday morning, so it's gonna start off your week in the best way. You'll be in the know with hot topics and cool interviews, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm so happy that it's here at Happening Out Television Network because it totally belongs here.
And I could watch you morning, noon, and night.
Ay,
So I
qué
cannot
lindo.
wait.
Qué lindo.
Oh, look at it.
Thank you.
No, this is fantastic. You're making history.
Yeah.
Whether you care to realize it or, you know, even embrace it right now, you're making history.
You know, it's interesting.
You're
I of course, you know, I'm thrilled about this. And one of the things that we've talked about over and over again, we always challenge ourselves. Is the L important in our community? The G dominates our community. Visibility, money, events, bars, in every way, G dominates our community. That doesn't mean that in all of the things that we do, we can't bring the L's and the B's and the T's and the Q's along with us. And that same standard is here in the L. What are we going to do to help propel the L? My only question, frankly, is couldn't we find somebody other than Faye?
What the F? I'm sitting right here, bro.
Oh,
right here.
Okay. All right, we're done. The Pulse Memorial has become a symbol of love, loss, and overcoming hate. Apparently, one person didn't like that. Saved by the Bell headline number 4. The sacred LGBTQ plus Pulse Memorial has been set on fire.
You know, I'm passionate about, you know, I'm not passionate. I'm always very careful to be welcoming to someone with disabilities and be helpful, you know, but I really want to hang this guy by his nuts.
Ooh.
I just really do. Like, what a disgusting, despicable individual. Like, how could you do that?
This broke my heart. This really broke my heart.
You know, I wanted to say, oh, mental illness, but then I got mad again. You know, this guy's a POS to the fullest degree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, am I a bad person for hoping that he wouldn't be able to get away from the fire? And it would catch him. I mean, seriously, I'm like rooting for him to catch fire.
And they say he fled the scene. How the hell did he flee the scene?
How
It's a
fast
freaking
could he-
wheelchair. Like, how quick was that wheelchair? No, it's despicable. It really is. I mean, you can't remake that. Do you understand that? Like, those are pieces of history.
What's burning right now are angels, representation of angels with names signed.
Well, and we have to mention that somebody that was lost at Pulse was a very good friend of yours, Al. So you, as somebody that lost someone there 5 years ago, how does this make you feel?
It's catastrophic. What is burning right now could easily be something that I left at the Pulse Memorial.
Right.
Eddie Sotomayor, I always say it, first name announced at Pulse, worldwide, Top Hat Eddie, killed. I've been to the memorial so many times. A permanent memorial is coming. They've been raising funds. This is similar. What you're watching right now in this image, this is similar for the LGBTQ community as to what America watched on January 6th in our Capitol building. I really see them as identical. It is people that are deciding we don't have respect for who or what you are, and that's what we're watching. What is burning is our hearts and our souls and our love for those people that were lost at Pulse. And this is an irreplaceable moment. Irreplaceable.
No.
Well, let's move on. Harvey Milk was dishonorably discharged from the U.S. Navy for being gay before moving on to becoming California's first elected openly gay politician. Saved by the Bell headline number 5. Did you hear? This week, the Navy christens USNS Harvey Milk in a moving ceremony.
I love it. Love every piece of this. And you know Harvey Milk had a big nose. So it's good that the ship is very, very, very big. I love it. I love it.
And what's great is that every time the ship sails into a new port, Harvey Milk is going to be on the side. And one of its missions is to, I talked with Stuart about this, his nephew, and he said that's going to be the best part, is that the legacy of Harvey Milk will be talked about in places where they might not see the Eternals same-sex kiss, but they're going to see the USN Harvey Milk in their port. And that's going to spread a message that's so positive, so overdue in so many parts of the world.
Exactly. For all those people that look and go, who's Harvey Milk? And then they look it up and they see. You know, that's incredible.
I have never been more proud as a Navy veteran for this day.
Oh, that's nice.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is probably the best. This is Christmas for me.
Yeah,
So I'm very excited.
Yeah. And I make the joke. Some people may think it inappropriate, but I laugh at the joke. This is a oil resupply oiler ship. I've forgotten the exact name. That would apply to Harvey Milk so fundamentally. He would laugh at going, yep, I embrace that completely. I love it. I agree with you. I think it represents our community beautifully.
I love it. The next ship should be called Cher.
Right.
She already got a music video. She's not getting her own.
All right, let's do a sexy story in Saved by the Bell. This week, the incredibly sexy South African Lou Breitenbach won Mr. Gay World 2021. And this weekend, the Happening Out television network will be broadcasting Mr. Gay World USA competition. 50 states, and they're all competing here at the Sunshine Cathedral. Yay. And the winner gets to go on to compete in Mr. Gay World 2022. And I just have to tell you, I'm so dedicated to my work of bringing the news to the LGBT.
Sure you are.
Now I know why you told me you were busy on Sunday. Now I get it, you ass.
Right?
I don't have time to hang out with you. I
No brunch with you.
You beautiful man.
Can I get backstage passes for that?
We'll talk. So watch 50 hot states live. Saved by the Bell headline number 6. Mr. Gay World and Mr. Gay World USA, because we love sexy men. That's it.
All right.
What do y'all think about that? We're going to show you a picture here, I think, in a moment of Mr. Gay World.
It's okay. I have an imagination, and boy, let me tell you, he's hunky. He's
Are we going to
oiled
show a
up.
picture? Or
He's
no?
muscled.
We're not.
Picture.
Okay.
I must say I'm a little disappointed. I wanted
Yeah,
a
I was
picture.
gonna say,
show a
just
pic? Come on,
a little.
man.
All right.
Why are you not one of the judges, Al? Come on, you're white. You're privileged. Come on, make it happen.
No. I'm backstage.
Oh, you're the fluffer. Got it.
Oh, that's where you want to be.
Finally, tonight, we are the LGBTQ community, so it means just one thing.
Sex. Oh, no. Sorry. Sorry about that.
All right? So, and sex and relationships. Yes, that's what it means. So let's play another game. Our game asks, who would you do John's already answered that question multiple times through this show. What would you do? Dan's probably answered that multiple times in this show to 3 different interesting people. And tonight our game is called, of course, Shag, Marry, Chop. We have played this since the first episode over 3 years ago. And our theme tonight, of course, is celebrating Veterans Day. Yay. And anything for hot, sexy men. So here they go, sexy military vets. This week we're going to play with Marine veteran and General Hospital actor Chris Van Etten, Purple Heart recipient, Marine veteran and model Alex Minsky, and Marine veteran and fitness trainer Jose Luis Sanchez.
Wow.
Oh, I love. Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Mercy.
All right. So let's play Shag, Marry, Chop. Dan, let's start with you. Who would you shag?
I would shag. I would shag Alex.
Alex
is the tats.
The tattoo.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, he's and I'm a Paganophile. So
I'm sorry for all the rest of us to find what that is.
I'm an admirer of beards.
Beards. Okay. You had to drop it in that way instead of just saying, "Oh, I love his beard."
Not a beard.
Got it.
So you mean straight girls that you hung out with in high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
In Jersey.
Que insulto.
Yes. By the way, he just outed himself as the 3rd Jersey girl.
Right?
And your chop is?
I would chop Jose.
Jose, and why would you do that?
Just a little too much for me, a little too big for me to, it's just, it's too much.
It can never be too big. It can never be too big.
You know, being a news guy, I've got so many questions. I want to ask so many questions. And Faye, who would you shag?
Oh man, this is really hard. Woo, because they are some sexy men.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shag Jose Luis Sanchez just because, he just seems so strong, and my wife does CrossFit too, so it's like, I think the 3 of us can have some fun. And I'm gonna, sorry, Teresa. I'm gonna marry.
You've said sorry, Teresa, a lot.
I know, I'm always apologizing, but I'm not the best wife, and it's okay. She knew what she signed when she signed that paper. All right,
I gotta tell you, I'm a little worried about her.
So then I'm gonna marry Chris Van Etten. Just something super sexy about him, and I don't know. I see us making omelets in the morning. I don't know. And so then I have to chop Alex Minsky. It was just kind of like he was the last one.
Would you please shut up now? Marisol, who are you going to shag?
This is a tough one. They are all gorgeous. Good Lord. I would have to say I would have to shag Chris because he's such a pretty boy and he's so lean and sexy poppy. Let's see. I gotta say, Jose Luis. I'm not married. I'm very single. But I'm not mingling with any of them. Well, why not?
Who would you marry?
Who would I marry? I think I would marry Alex. There's something going on there. I don't know what it is, but he's just.
It's called hot as fuck.
He's very stacked.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Wait, are you looking at his nose now? And Jose is.
Jose, I'm sorry. Poor Jose. He's getting chopped.
Yeah, he's very physically fit, and
he looks like he'd crush me.
And and what's wrong with that?
Not in a good
You're
way.
You're definitely not a gay man now.
I'm not.
And speaking of getting crushed, John, who would you shag?
I'm gonna shag Jose Luis Sanchez because look at him going up those ropes.
Yeah.
I've got similar ropes he could climb. I'm going to marry Alex Minsky. I know that he's got a lot of tattoos, and that can, be hepatitis or whatever, but I've got my Z-Pack, so I'm ready to go with you. And then I'm chopping Chris Van Etten because I just cannot with actors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. From your previous days.
John brought all these props today. What is going on?
You know what's really interesting? I just want to draw attention. Again, we celebrate Veterans Day, and we thank everyone for their service, and especially LGBTQ for their service. It's not mentioned nearly enough. I went, I think 6 years ago, to a Pride celebration in the Pentagon. that the chairman and all of the Joint Chiefs attended, and I thought that was beautiful. I was thinking of you, actually, of how things have changed at the Pentagon in the military. Can you keep running the video for us a minute, Steve, in production? One of the things that I want to point out that I think is beautiful in what we've just done in Shag, Marry, Chop, all veterans that have disability, all of them, and you're watching how vibrant they are. I could not do any of the things that the three of them are showing there. And I think it is wonderful that they can overcome the obstacle that created their disability. But I equally think it is wonderful that none of you, as we sexually objectify these three men, none of you talk about their disability as being important. And I think that that is wonderful. And I am hopeful, not to get too serious, that that's where our world goes. Because when we stop caring about those kind of things, then we are able to start looking at the things that are really important.
Al, you're very sappy today.
But did Al select, or do you not?
No,
you don't.
No, okay. I've selected. Believe me. It would not be fair for me to say Alex Minsky. All right. Before we end the show, we introduce you to our sponsor, Jets Pizza. If you're coming to South Florida, you've got to try this pizza of choice for the LGBTQ community, Jets Pizza.
I had a little bit.
Yeah.
You're about to lose
Many
it.
of you did. Yeah, exactly. We're getting ready to enjoy it here. Well, that is another week, South Florida and America, of another week and on the world's first and most popular LGBTQ talk show in the world. Before we sign off, let's hear from our host for one final good night message. And let's begin with a good night from Faye What?
Faye What? Good night, everyone. Look, LGBTQ plus community, if you're out there and you're enjoying our shows, tell your friends. There's no other place like this anywhere. You know, shows that are about our community, about things that are important to our community, about things that are happening in our community. It's all about Happening Out television network. So tell your friends. And they've got some incredible shows. This crazy lesbian Puerto Rican Colombian chick is about to start her show. It's going to be bomb ass. It's called The Faye What Show or something like that.
Yeah.
Look out for it.
She's from Jersey.
She's from Jersey. Yeah. Of course, I will still be here on Monday and Wednesdays for Queer News Tonight with Al Ferguson, and right back here Wednesdays with It's Happening Out.
Your favorite privileged white guy.
My favorite privileged white guy.
And Dan Rios, a good night from you.
Good night, everyone. Such a great time being here. Please visit MiamiLGBTQ.com for everything that's happening in Miami. Things are heating up again, and we want you there. We want you visiting. Come on down.
We just had a fantastic experience. Let me get the plug in on Miami. We just had a fantastic experience at the Miami Beach Convention and Visitors Bureau. Faye and I did it for the National LGBTQ Task Force, 700 people in person. I think around $1 million they also did, which is great. And on the horizon, if you're not paying attention, you need to pay attention. Winter Party is going to roar back. The first week in March. Make sure you're paying attention right in the heart of South Beach. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm going to do it by myself, not with Faye.
Oh, boys, get your Speedos. I'll be there.
Right? And a good night from Marisol Marrero.
Good night, and thank you so much for having me aboard with all these fabulous queers of the community. Yes, they're all miceballs.
Yeah.
But ladies, please support your local bars. We need you. Come back out. We are partying. We're still keeping everything going. You just got to come back. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
We won't bite unless you ask.
Don't be scared. We'll give you U-Haul discount certificates.
Home Depot.
Home Depot, yeah.
Well.
That's a whole different thing. Marisol was totally going to write me off until, oh, wait, now maybe. All right.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. And good night from John Hayden.
Before we say goodnight, Smart Ride is coming up. Pride is coming up. Thanksgiving, hopefully with our families or the families that we've made, are coming up. Trips for holiday events down in Miami. Enjoy them. We missed them all last year. Enjoy each other. Love each other. Embrace season. Embrace having to wait to get for a table again, because that means life's coming back and we're alive. And let's celebrate that and each other.
And don't listen to my ignorant friend Tucker Carlson. The way that you do that is to be vaccinated. Get vaccinated. You can be comfortable. The statistics are so overwhelming. It's literally a modern medical miracle of what we have in front of us. Don't let idiocy convince you otherwise. So we ask you here at the end of the show, is what you have watched tonight important to you? You sat right here at the LGBTQ kitchen table right along with us. This is unscripted. Every word that came out of their mouth was an unscripted conversation that we have had. We remind you that we're here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. live. And don't forget, Queer News Tonight is daily at 8 p.m. We do the LGBTQ stories of our community. And you should be tuning in because it's done in motion and sound. It's completely a different experience than other alternatives that are available to you. And remember, Hotspots Magazine's also there. It's found throughout Florida. Remember, also, if it's important to you, it's happening out. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.